What does it actually mean to have a team that innovates?
When we're looking at innovation in MedTech, we're talking about making an impact to patient lives, we're transforming patient care, and we're influencing how medicine is practiced. It's just such an honor and a privilege to have that opportunity to work in an organization that has the capacity to influence that. And it can be easy. It talks about my role here in the regional headquarters. We're a US company, so our global headquarters are in California. And it can be easy to consider that innovation only comes to life in kind of organic places in the organization where we're intentional about that. So thinking about R&D teams, I'm thinking about a couple of thousands of engineers. So it's important that we embrace the mindset across the organization. And even when we're in a region, even when we're looking at commercial distribution, making sure that we understand what that means and how we can bring that to life. And when I work with our regulatory affairs teams, that's even more critical because they're the parts of the organization that are securing our capacity to bring new product innovation into the region, right? And so without those teams, we are not able to bring innovation to life in the organization. And finally, the teams that do this tend to have a portfolio of innovation, right? In whatever framework or field they're working in, whether it's a finance group, whether it's a marketing group, whether it's a quality group, what you see is that these teams stand out because they have not just one option or one thing that they bring to innovate, but they tend to have a portfolio of things that they can bring to the organization.
What I would also add to it, in my role in particular, we look into how we can do things better, how we can do things smarter or quicker, right? So I also look into the innovations of how we work and how we execute our daily operations, right? So when it comes to the actual how foster this innovation in the team is really encouraging them to collaborate with cross-functional teams, exchange ideas and perspectives. I'm sure we can use experience of other teams that are coming across similar challenge or similar process that we can actually collaborate and come up with a good idea together. So not only that, I would say internal in the company, but also adding some perspective outside. So joining different conferences, trade shows, or looking at the content on social media are very rich into different resources that could be helpful to be inspired. But I would also like to mention that it's very important that you lead by example. As a leader, you really need to have this commitment to innovation. Be open for your teams to come up with those ideas. You, Michael, mentioned that this is super important to show them that you are open for it and that you are also willing to take the risk and support the team through entire journey.
What are some of the challenges that you've seen in the past and what have you done to overcome that?
So the single most biggest challenge I've seen is getting buy-in, and buy-in not only from people within your group, but also from the executive team. And I mean, there are some other challenges as well. For example, not having the right people, who I call mavericks within your team, who can challenge the status quo. You could also have resource constraints. You could have issues where the idea gets killed because of more urgent issues. So these are some of the challenges, but I would say the most important one is getting that buy-in. And the way to work around it that we have found to be very successful is basically preparation, right? So the more knowledge and the more risk retirement you do on any new idea that has not been proven, more likelihood of it getting a buy-in.
How do you facilitate a culture of innovation and encourage people to take those risks, especially when the outcomes aren't guaranteed and they might not feel fully confident doing so?
You're absolutely correct. We're risk averse in regulatory. We've committed to delivering a CE mark or a product release on a launch timeline that commercial needs to start off with, and we want to make certain that it's going to deliver on that time. So yeah, of course, we don't try that, but the main thing is it has to be the culture of the company. The company has to want the innovation. One of our company values is intrapreneurship. We want our entire company to have that as a value in our culture.